Well, welcome again. The helicopters are buzzing, the ambulances are screaming on their way to Wellington Hospital. I hear them all day, and sometimes we even get woken up at night by a helicopter flying overhead on its way to Wellington Hospital. Every single one of these is a human tragedy. And I keep reminding myself of this, that when I hear that siren or when I see that helicopter, it's a family that is suffering enormous distress. It's an emergency. It's somebody's loved one, somebody's husband, wife, parents, grandchildren. It's a tragedy. And this is going on constantly. Officially, the pandemic is over, but the harm is continuing. And in fact, it appears to be increasing. I just cannot get over it. I can't get over the number of people who are contacting Alofa and me who have suffered obvious harm from the vaccine. And it's obvious harm. There's no doubt about it. Now, the other thing is that I have confirmation, because when I speak to people who are at the front line, firemen, emergency workers, paramedics, I should say, and also doctors, people who work within our hospitals and so on, they will confirm what I'm seeing, but in hushed tones. They keep quiet about it. I have a friend, an acquaintance, a mate, who has financial interests in the funeral industry. And they're in the process right now of building another crematorium. According to him, business is booming. Now, it's not the old people. It's now shifting down into the younger people, under 60s. This is what's going on, and it's going on right under our noses, right before you, in front of you. If you were to take your car to a panel beater or a mechanic, and they did a shit job and returned the car to you, and the motor was damaged, the paintwork was lousy, and so on, and they charged you for it, of course, I'm sure that, first of all, you would refuse to pay. And in fact, you'd be furious and you'd jump up and down and you would demand a remedy at their cost. And if they fail to do that, you will be complaining to the authorities, and you'll certainly be demanding your money back. There's no question about that. But here's the thing which I find difficult to reconcile, is unlike your car, you cannot trade your body in. You cannot replace damage that is done to your body. You must live with it for the rest of your life. Your body is your most precious asset. It is worth, to you, it is worth more than any other thing in the world. Yet, when damage is done to our bodies, we meekly accept it. I can't understand it. Surely, if you feel so passionate about damage done to your car, then how about when damage is done to your body, especially if that damage is done through coercion? If you don't get this jab, you lose your job. Okay? If you don't get this jab, you cannot complete your studies. You cannot go to school. You cannot drop your child off to creche. Or if you do, you've got to stand outside. This is coercion. And surely, if you suffer harm as a result of coercion, to take a drug that you certainly do not need, and a drug which is obviously completely ineffective, and in fact makes a person more vulnerable, then what on earth is going on inside your head? I want Kiwis to get angry, to stand up, and we are going to be having to deal with this for decades to come. So I'll leave you with those thoughts.